Well, Peter, thank you for sitting down with me here. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, I'd like to know from your perspective, what aspect of the logical thinking process did you find to be the most intriguing or potentially useful?
So what fascinated me most was the guidance to dig deeper into everyday problems, but also more complex problems. And to dig deeper on the one hand, and on the other hand also to get more clarity, which is then the lever to communicate about this.
Okay.
So this is for me really fascinating, how it's possible to get clearer, dig deeper, get clearer, and be able to communicate this with others.
Excellent. Excellent. You may remember on the first day that I said that when the course was over, you wouldn't see the world in quite the same way again. Do you think maybe I was exaggerating? And if not, how has your perspective changed?
Oh, thank you for this question, because I thought when I heard this, I will see if this also fits to me, and I have to admit that I feel more curious now. And when being in this world, which is also full of information and full of hectic often, I feel now more curious to think about what I read or what I have heard in exchange with others, and to look behind those assumptions which might be hidden at first glance.
Excellent, excellent. Now, I'd like to know if you have a favorite tool from among all of the ones that we've covered in the last week. If so, what is it and why?
To be honest, I have even two favorite tools.
Okay. Okay.
The first one is the goal tree.
Okay,
So
very good.
the goal tree is, for me, you must know I'm dealing with how cities can cope with demands and challenges in everyday life. And there is a need for change. And the goal tree is really a very powerful instrument to make clear where the goal can be, so where to look for, where to go for, and in addition to communicate this and to get other people onboarded and on the same page.
Excellent.
And the second tool is the evaporation cloud, because when we have cool goals, we still might have some conflicts which will prevent us from reaching the goals.
That's true, and I know that certainly in city government there is a lot of conflict in local and state governments, that's for sure. Okay, so to kind of wrap this up, I would ask you, based on your experience, is there a particular type of person or position that a person would occupy that you might recommend come and learn how to do this in a course?
Interestingly, I think I would recommend it to each person who is confronted with complexity and wants to get clarity. And I would, on the one hand side, include also managing directors of companies who face a lot of information and have to dig out the relevant one. But on the other hand, also, for example, if you want to write a book, I mean, it's a completely different application area. But if you want to write a book and get some kind of overview and dig deeper, it would also be an option to look into the details. I
hadn't heard that before, but now that you mention it, I see where it could certainly be useful that way. Well, thank you very much for your time on this and your feedback.
It was really a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.